Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. So it's time for day 5 of the 12 cast-ons of 2020. And I should say slash 2021. Today we will be using this beautiful yarn, the Yarn Bee Chloe Sun Kissed Grove. I bought actually quite a few of these. This was at one of the clearances at Hobby Lobby that I ended up buying. This is a very thin weight, but look how pretty that is. Look at all the lovely colors in it. So what do you think I'm going to make with this? There's a lot of it looks pinkish, but it's not. There's actually more like a rosy colors and yellows and grays and hint of taupe. Very pretty. I am actually going to be casting on another sweater. Yes. So this one is going to be a V-neck. It will have, let me show you how much I did. I am not happy with how much I did at all, but this is how it's coming out. You see that? It is coming out like this. This is the back end. This is all I have done. And it's kind of, I wish you could see it up close, because the changes, they're very subtle in the colors. It looks like all one color, but it really isn't. It goes almost like an ombre. It goes very softly into the next color, and it blends in really well. Like if you came up close, you could see just the subtle changes that happen in this. It's very, very pretty. Now these are all half double crochets. It will have a rib bottom. You know, this is the back now, but it will have, the bottom will be ribbed. It will also be ribbed on the cuffs and on the V-neck itself. So that's going to be how it looks. Now I do have some concerns with this one. Like I said, I'm not very I'm not I'm not experienced in making sweaters, but I don't know why it's kind of curving a little bit. Well, maybe not curving, but it's kind of, it was bubbling up a little bit, like extra. I don't know. I think I'm going to make it work. I was also in the beginning, although it looks big now that I kind of look at it, but in the beginning I was afraid that it was too small. I have a tendency to do that. I'll follow a tutorial. I'll start chaining just how much they want, and then I'll go, well, this looks too small, and then I'll add on extra stitches because I think it looks better that way, and then I end up wondering if it's going to be too big. If it ends up being too big, I will definitely donate it to someone else. Not donate it, but I will give it to the family member. This is actually, I'm following a tutorial by Carrie. That's her name, Carrie, and I will have her link down below. And it is the crochet V-neck sweater. And like I said, the ribbing that you see down here, it will also be around the V-neck and on the cuffs itself. But I don't think it's going to be very tight. So I am a little concerned that maybe I made it a little too big, or the size isn't right, even though she's very accurate. Sizing is on the page itself. She tells you exactly how many stitches you need to do for whatever. And it goes up to 5x, you guys. This is probably even better than the one I did yesterday, because yesterday's only went up to, I think, 3x. And this one can actually go up to, from small all the way up to 5x. I actually think this is going to come out really well. I like this. I like this a lot. I was originally going to do a tunic, kind of a, I don't know, like a tunic vest, not a top, but just that you put over with no sleeves, and then you kind of tie it with something. I don't know. I was thinking about that, and then I thought, well, I think it would make a really nice sweater. I want to make things I can wear. So here we go. I'm not happy with the amounts that I got done. I just did not have time with Christmas, and I really thought that I was going to have today off. I did not have off. I ended up they called me into work and I had to go. So then this is how I ended up getting done. So I am a little, like I said, I would love to see how it's going to turn out. I hope I didn't make it too large. We're going to see. Um, and I'm happy that, I won't have to wear like anything else underneath it. Like, I tried to stay away from tops that require like, a top underneath because it's see-through. So we shall see how this one turns out. This is all I did. This is kind of disappointing with the amount. But it is going to be slow going on this because of the fact that it is a very thin weight in yarn, and it tends to almost kind of remind me a little bit of knitting when I'm crocheting and you're doing half doubles. That's pretty slow. But I am liking the color combo and how it's turning out. I think it's going to be a very nice sweater. So hopefully, like I said, this does not give it justice as to how nice it actually looks, because the changes in the colors are very subtle. And if you notice, it's not like you have a pattern forming in any way. It's basically very subtle in the changes. So hopefully it comes out looking good. I am a little anxious. I might have maybe did it too big, but we'll see. I can always, when I put them together, I can always maybe, sew it in a little, tuck in a little bit more, so we'll see. I am using stitch markers. I've never used stitch markers before. I've never owned stitch markers until I actually won some, and now people have generously been sending me some. But I am actually going to be using them so I can count the rows, because I have to do a certain amount of rows of, so I'm going to use it to count how many rows I have, and also I feel that they're very, also another disappointment I have with this yarn, and I've noticed this before whenever I work with any type of yarn like this that has multiple colors and it's thin like this, that it has a tendency in certain spots to not be consistent, and it'll be thicker than in others. So like I have this small piece right here. I don't know if you can tell where the yarn was thicker, and I was not happy with it. You can tell it more on the inside, or it's a thick strand. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not too much of that, because you can do it once in a while and kind of hide it in, but if it becomes where, and I had 2 knots in these that were tied together, I didn't care for that. And this is, like I said, I've used a similar yarn when it comes to these smaller, and they tend to be, they have knots in them. I'm not sure. And then they also had, like, I don't know, like a machine spins these and doesn't spin them all the same consistency throughout. So that's the only concern I have with this. But otherwise than that, I really love it. I'm looking forward to how it's going to come out. I'm doing this at night, and I feel like the lighting isn't as good as it should be. But anyway, a little disappointing this today for my cast on. I wanted to get done a lot more. I wanted to really show the pattern as, but that's all I was able to do, and you can't always have the days just don't work out the way you want them to. So anyway, this is J5. Hey Carrie's crochet v-neck sweater, and I'm using the Yarn Bee Chloe Sun-Kissed Grove. Alright, until I see you again tomorrow, we'll be back for day 6. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.